Hello and welcome to Darkest Dungeon episode 19. We are slowly changing our little setup here to try and make it work. I see I've got something over this way where my arm is currently covering. I don't know what it is. That's probably my table. I'm not really too stressed about it, so that's the whole thing. But we are going to get into it today. I have been spending most of today just chilling out, cleaning up my room, doing dishes, all that sort of stuff. And we are going to continue on our way into the hamlet because it's finally time, in my opinion, for us to take out this baron that's been troubling us for far too long. And the light up here is definitely going to take me a moment to get used to because I've changed it from the orange light to a nice white light. And, well, needless to say, I look up and it burns a hole in my retina. So, key is just not look there. Maybe I should move the light over so when I look at the camera it's also not burning my eyes. But that is what it is. That is the effort that you must do to push forward, I suppose. Alright, so once we finally load in, I do believe we have to go for one mission to let our crew that we'll be using to take on the Baron fully de-stress, do their whole thing, because apparently going and doing the survival thing for however many fights is not a good option.
A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Indeed. The other option... actually no. I was going to say we could take these three and attempt to go for the Darkest Dungeon, but not yet. It appears that we need one more person of a high enough level to go in. So, perhaps what we could do is we take a crew of level 5s into a red dungeon. I remember we were discussing that at one point. Stun and Blight skill chance. Now that's something that is good in my opinion. That's going to give us a few busts, which is always nice. Or we could go for this one, the Ancestor's Lantern. So, chance of surprise. And chance of surprise is always nice. That's a long mission. This is a shorter mission. 15,000, 18. Honestly, I want the Blasphemous Vial. That's one we're actually probably going to actively use all the time. So, we'll take Bolbeck. We'll take... It's not that long of a mission. So, I suppose we go Reynold. We go Grant Esmanil. What was the order that we wanted it? Because I remember there was a specific order that we had decided before was good. But I guess, looking at it this way, this is probably fine. Because that means we can do Purge. You have the ability to charge forward. You... Wasting. Oh, that's not good. You've got all of this sort of stuff. And you have these attacks. Okay, interesting. I'm just filling myself in on what we're doing. We'll sort for level, or sort by level, rather. Come in here. We want to... Is there any way we can make things cheaper? By using busts. Arthur, how's it going? This is, I think, the latest in the afternoon that I've seen you. What's been happening? Because if I'm not mistaken, is it not 3 AM for you, if I'm not mistaken? Also, oh yeah, that's probably what you're saying that too. Yes, I have a camera now. Hello, how's it going? I bought the camera the other day, and it's taken a little while to turn up, but now we've got it, and it's pretty cool. So you can see my beautiful, amazing face at all times. Now, I decided that I would make a bit of use out of the camera. I don't know whether I want it to be a common thing that I'll use every time, but we'll see. At the moment, I'm not too stressed either way. You hacked into the Matrix and got a phone. Okay, fair. That does explain it, yes. Okay, so, I don't actually recall the benefits of a top tier purge. Accuracy base is higher. Accuracy... So it seems like the main upgrades we're getting at this point are accuracy bases up. This removes the crit down modifier. Purge. Solemnity is just overall higher stuff. Intimidate, self marks. And bypasses stealth, okay. I'm just thinking of what really we want to be upgrading at the moment. I could actually probably trade a few more. Boop, and then we go here. Okay, that didn't work too well. I was hoping I could get that, but I guess not. Oh well, that's no biggie. What's this? This is higher accuracy base, higher crit mod, not bad. Higher stun base would be nice. Higher accuracy, extra damage, knockback, higher base, crit mod goes up. Accuracy base goes up. Riposte, crit chance goes up. But the and the damage goes down, or the damage goes up. Yeah, it's 3 AM. Fair. That is definitely not a good, or definitely not fortunate, I would say. Accuracy up. Jeez. Just trying to think of what I want to have as my proper upgrades. Well, I feel it's natural that we get this up. Dodge. So we're going into a high tier situation. Ah, jeez. Okay, that's probably just what we stick with for now, I think. I could justify to myself being able to get more upgrades, but I think at the moment I want to just go with what we've got. Let's give everyone what they need. Now you, sir, the Ancestor's Pen, crit and damage for your melee skills, which is all of his abilities, I'm pretty sure. Melee, 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 and healing. So that possibly could work. Stress up by 10%. What is the play here? Stress up, because we want stress down ideally. We don't have anything to deal with stress at the moment. And very easily it could go into a negative situation. We could come over here. No, I think we just go torch up. We're going to presumably have the torch be relatively high. So stress down if torch is high. And then we double that up by making her the Warrior of Light. Accuracy and damage up. Not bad. So accuracy goes up by 15 if it's high light, which is nice. That means that over here we can give this lad extra damage. His crit mod goes down. He's not having a... Oh, he's got extra... Oh no, his crit mod goes down by 5% if his HP is below 50. Or 50% rather. But he's also got deadly. Okay. He's going to have extra speed if the torch is high. So that means we don't really need to worry about that too much. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Siren's Conch. I was confused for a second because I couldn't see it. But, okay, we got that. And then let's come over to here. That's 10% stress down. Stress down if torch is high. That means that we can double that up. We make sure the torch stays high, and then that means we do very good, in my opinion. Or in my presumption. We're in the Cove, so we're going to need a couple of these, some medicinal herbs, a couple of antivenoms. We'll take 2 things of torches, holy water, 2 of them. And there is no wasting heroes in town, so we'll take 2 of those. Okay, you're all set up, you're all set up. You're good, and you're good. Okay, cool. That looks good to me. Fantastic. Let's adjust my seating position to get comfy. The fish folk's scaled skin affords them increased resistance to bleeding attacks. Well, how convenient we're not using bleeding attacks, isn't it? To be fair, we're not actually kitted up to be other stuff. Fair. That's unfortunate. Well, thanks for coming around anyways, Arthur. I'll catch you when I catch you next. Also, I've been considering setting up a Minecraft server for the group, but we'll see how that goes over time because servers are expensive, so it is what it is. but fair.
Unbearable.
We must find its source, apparently. Ooh, I do like that. Look at the top. I see that up there, yeah. Okay, this is actually a relatively small area, so if we're lucky we should do good. You are wasting, so what we're going to do is we're going to give you that, and that cures you. You're craving, so what we're going to do is we're going to activate Bloodlust. So wasting is the actual one that requires a thing. You got 1%, fair. That's all good. Oh, okay, I guess we're just coming up against these guys, fair. The Sycophant is going to slurp from our Vestal, as usual. And you're going to slurp from our Highwayman, immediately taking a lot of damage. That's concerning. Let's activate a Riposte against that guy. He dodges, but our Riposte still procs. You're going to now Enraging Slight. I think you'll stay for a little bit longer. Sounds good. Okay, he's in front now, which I'm fine with. We'll go for a charge and crit on the back one. Precision and power. Okay, you're going to Buried Blast on those two, 9 and 9. He needs healing immediately. He's stunned, so that's not good. Going to go for a crit 30 heal. Fantastic. Vestal coming out in force. We're going to move the Leper forward to sit with what we've got. Now that guy's going to run, presumably, I'm guessing. Deafening Whine. Okay, well that moves those two back. We've got the stun on him, which is unfortunate. But looks like we'll go for a Hew and Chop. Very nice, very nice. Let's go for another charge, I suppose. That's probably the best idea, I imagine. We got stun, 60 base, 55 base. Let's take out this guy. His stun resist is not the best. 2% fair. Your battery is going up. I presume you've got it on charge or something. Fair. Probably a wise move. Okay, we need to take out these Sycophants immediately. Bam! 42%. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Bombing run on you. That's bleed. But that's fine. We're just going to chop. Bada bing. And use this chance to move you back. I'll do a group heal. Just to make everyone a bit better. Subterranean Skewer on the Leper. 13 damage. That's unfortunate. Plus the bleed. The bleed resist is down a little bit. Deafening Whine to move the Sycophant back. But then he's going to move forward and get some healing, so we've got to take care of that. So I suppose on your turn, we dash forward. Very nice. Now we've got our riposte back. Your charger is like 2 centimeters long, so you're struggling a lot to get comfortable. That's fair. I do understand that feeling. That's sort of why at this point I don't go to bed unless I'm like comfortable with my setup at the moment. Like otherwise, so for example, like I've got my phone here, sort of thing, and if it's not charged and plugged in, for a lot of the time I just sit here and do whatever, because I have the convenience with my chair that I can now go and just rip off my mic while I'm at it, and just chill out back here as you do. But of course that's not good for streaming, so obviously I don't do that. Let's quickly fix up my mic. Got to clip it back on. There we go. How professional of me. Okay, we're going to dash forward and have our riposte made active. Going to take this chance to... What do you got? 22. We'll go for a heal on you. 14. And that's almost a full health. Not bad. Going to spend the turn moving forward because the Hellions up in front. And go for a chop and bada bing. Easy peasy. Nice, we get some blood out of that. Let's restore our order. Gotta say, that went pretty well. Now we do also have, you can now see my face falling in 4K. Yeah, no, it's only 1080p. It's one of those sort of situations where I was like, oh yeah, I want a decent camera, but the best cheapish sort of one I could find was 1080. And I'm like, you know, I don't really want to drive my family broke just so I can do a stream, or just so I can stream, which isn't really profitable at all. So It is what it is. I'm just gonna buy something pretty standard, 1080p. Only thing is, you can, if you see and like look at my background, it's got some weird like crackly sort of effect, and I have no clue how to get rid of that. The two options that I've got are get a green screen, like get a better green screen, because apparently that's too close to my face, like the color's too close to my face to have a good green screen go on, or I gotta light it up better, and well, I already bought one light, I don't want to have to buy another one just to light up my background, so it is what it is. I can't really do much about it in this circumstance, so we're just gonna deal with it and see what happens, I guess. Okay, you're gonna try and stress out Bourgeot, he ain't about that, and he's gonna slash back. Go for a double chop, bada bing, very nice. Rend for the old gods. 5 damage. Not too bad. We'll go for a nice big charge forward. Dropping their health quite significantly. Fantastic. And Grape Shot. And they double dodge. Damn it. Go figure. Rend for the old gods. Our Hellion dodges now. Very nice, very nice. There'll be no blood left for the leeches. Okay. Sure. Stress heal. Why not? I'm cool with that. Good stuff. Your hand feels pain from holding your phone like that. I mean, if you... I appreciate it, but, you know, don't hurt your hand or anything. Jeez. It's all good at the end of the day. I should probably pop some torches now that I'm looking at it. Oop, and bop. That's probably going to keep everyone a tad happier. Okay. Eldritch push. And she's all the way to the back. Okay, that's fine. Because you pushed the wrong person. Okay, sure, attack our teammate. That's smart, Leper. Big brain energy. Okay.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Okay, I think... Jeez, what do we want to trade? Money for that, sure. I like the deeds. Deeds are good. We often don't have enough deeds. The barnacle-encrusted chest. Just shovel it. Just, get it open.
The stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Crests. We do need some crests, is the thing. Sure, we'll go for that. Why not? And onwards we go. So, what's my plan at the moment? Because I don't really have one. I guess we'll go along this way. There's a thronging hive. Pretty sure that was the word for it. Wait, pop the torch real quick. Throbbing. Okay, it was throbbing. The thronging hive is the much bigger one. Okay, got a sycophant, some supplicants, and the gatekeeper. Okay, you're gonna slurp very well off of our boy. He's got some stress kicking up immediately. The thirst. What is the option here? Enraging slight upon our highwayman. He's starting to get really stressed out, which is quite annoying. But they made the mistake of pulling him forward, so we can apparently miss. Never mind. Okay, let's go for a focus heal on our highwayman. Bring him back to max. And now we come over here and double chop and double miss. Fantastic. Pre-digestion. We're really not having much luck with this at the moment, are we? Their dodge is pretty high, but like you would have thought it would have been a bit better than this. Okay, the gatekeeper's probably going to dash, which honestly I'm fine with. At this point, we've got so many of those invitations, I'm not too stressed about it. 9. Okay, and now we've got our riposte. Deafening whine. Good, slashback, 12 damage. You gotta go because that's pain. That's all good. Well, I appreciate you coming around and all that sort of stuff. All that good sort of stuff. Gotta remember to actually look at the camera as opposed to the chat here. But yeah, I appreciate you coming. All that good sort of stuff. You know how it is. Okay, go for the hue. And now we take some healing, hopefully. You're going to dip. Yeah, that's fair. And you summon in a mosquito in the place. Fair. Pre-digestion, that's fine. Okay. We're in not the best position, but double crit's nice. Means there's no corpse. Okay. The thirst, you want to slurp from the Hellion. And the Hellion needs a heal ASAP. Maddening Wine on our Highwayman, Bourgeot. And now his resolve is tested. What do we got? And he is selfish. Go figure. I suppose that's natural. Yuri, how's it going? You notice the notification? Have I heard you've been playing Persona 5? May have heard along the grapevine somewhere, yeah. It might have come up at some point. Sounds like you're very much enjoying it at this by how much you've been talking about it. Okay, double hew and double dodge. Really should have upped my accuracy base. Gather blood, though something tells me that wouldn't have helped. You're only 6 hours in. Fair, fair. Yeah, I don't know enough about Persona, but fair. Let's go for one of these shots. We're not having much luck here, I've got to say. Got one person taken care of, and there we go, double takeout. Now we're just going to take out this sycophant. There's over 90 more to go. Fair. Yeah, that's actually something I was thinking about when I've been playing Paper Mario. I've played for several days at this point, and I'm like a decent, like, halfway in sort of thing. But there's a lot of content there. Very nice. Nice crit. Blood in the mud. Okay, bust. Longevity eye patch. Or bandage. Okay, well, can't really take any of those. Hunger will consume. Okay, onwards we go. Joker watches you sleep at night. Fair. That I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I'm gonna just nod and go, you know what, that's okay. Fair, fair. Okay. We need to use a shovel, drop a torch.
Another misfortune.
Yes. Okay. The sack's contents are mine. Oh boy. I don't need context for that. Yeah, generally I presume not. Okay, spearfishing. This might be an unfortunate situation. We might have to dip out of this mission here. Go for a stab to activate our riposte. Let's go for a group heal, I reckon. Nice crit on the Hellion. You want to tell the 6 hours you spent is the first mission. But is it like like the first mission of was it Metal Gear Solid 5 or something? I hear apparently that one is excessively long as well. Dodge, nice. Okay, with this position, what we should do is we should come in for a stun. Hopefully we get that double stun proc. We did, yep. Very nice. And then we come in for a hew. Not bad indeed. Spearfishing on our back lad, 5 damage and slash back with a miss. Phantom Pain is like 1 hour, this is over 6. Fair, but the question is, do you get saves in between the 6 hours? Because I'm going to probably hope that you do, because otherwise that's a bit brutal. Pop a torch. Let's go for just a hew and a miss and a dodge. Fantastic. Just go for a grape shot. Not bad indeed. Now we can go for purge on number 1. Stun number 3. Yes, I mean, hey, I've done that back in the past. Played for like so long without a save that I'm like, fuck, I have to literally leave the game on overnight so that way I can play it in the morning, because I haven't come near any save slots, or save spots rather. Of course, that was back in the day when I was a lot younger, so naturally back then games were more used to doing stuff like that, I suppose. Let's go for a heal on the leper. Nice 16 health. Bringing him back to full. That's what I like to see. Now we're in front, so we'll go for a purge to clear out all the corpses. And hello, sir. I see you there. Seaward slash. Luckily we dodge. And then dash forward, crit, not bad. Not bad indeed. Another seaward slash, 13 damage. Why did you... Okay. That worked. And a decent chunk of loot. Not bad.
But a victory nonetheless.
Favorite games, soundtracks. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, hey, whatever works, I suppose. I haven't actually been listening to any game soundtracks recently. The only soundtrack, oh, I mean, Curse of the Necrodancer and Cadence of Hyrule are good, but past that, yeah, I don't really listen to much in terms of game soundtracks. I'll go for Sapphires, why not? And let's come over here, we'll take a sleep.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself.
Okay, let's try. We could encourage this guy. Not bad. We'll use this on you. Sharpened Spear for extra crit. Not bad. Or do we want a bunch of resist? I prefer to get that, to be honest. Much more crit is generally good. You can also fight a devil. Okay. Fair enough. Whatever works, I guess. We'll use this. An aura of strength engulfs the hero. We got rid of our shovel, so I'm going to call that as our room that we're not going to look into. I'm pretty sure I've actually seen it before, but it's been one of those sort of situations where I'm just like, okay, thanks Japan, very cool. Because I presume it is a result of that sort of culture to some degree. Okay, sure, yes. Eat the bloody rotten fish that's here, despite the fact I had medicinal herbs to get us more food. Oh well, thanks, Bourgeot, very cool. Okay. The main enemy currently is a member of the Smash community who just happens to become a teacher. Actually, yeah, I think I've seen, didn't Alpharad play that or something? Pretty sure he did. Though I don't particularly recall. I remember I watched someone play the first bit of the game. Might have been Slimecicle, I'm not too sure. And we are finished that drink. Very nice. You haven't watched it, you don't want spoilers, that's fair. Thing is, yeah, I watched it because I pretty much was like, you know what, probably not going to play Persona at any time, so I'm fine with just watching it. We'll go for another combat here. Sit up just a tad. Alright, they're going to do a maddening whine. Let us attempt a chop upon this fool, and they dodge. I have a PS4, yes, though I don't really use it too often. I only really ever use it when I'm like, feel like playing some zombies or something. I mean, again, I'm not in too much of a rush to do so. I generally play a bunch of other stuff pretty often. But at some point I may. Nice. Okay, we're going to try and stun the gatekeeper, but of course we miss. Fantastic. Gather the blood. That misses, luckily. The thirst. Slashback, not bad. And it healed. That was weird. That like messed up my eyes for a second because of the green and the orange. Okay, he's going to dip out. Of course he is. Go figure. If only our stun had worked. We'll come in here and heal you. Okay, sure. I wasn't wanting that to happen, but whatever. I mean, I can't particularly say I've ever really wanted to see that, but yeah, I guess. Fair. Okay, and chop and double dodge. Jeez, come on, guys. Grape shot, triple dodge. 4 damage. He's now craving. Now that he's got another chop or another attack on the Vestal. Jeez. Fair enough. I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. I don't really know what else to say about it. We'll come in here and chop. Isn't Morgana the small cat? That's one I think I remember from seeing Smash, or from getting the Smash spirit. Okay, they are going ham on our leper at the moment. Jeez. That heal is really annoying, I gotta say. 9 damage, 9 healing. Right, fair enough. I mean, hey, whatever works, I guess. I don't really know what else to say about it. Nine, 5, and 10. Fair. Not bad indeed. Just gotta finish them off, hopefully. Come in here and solo heal the leper. Recover him up a little bit. And double dodge, you're kidding me. Pre-digestion, luckily we dodged that. And now they're going to attempt to heal again. Okay, none of that. Get over here, fool. Fair enough. I mean, hey, sure. I know I usually don't play games for that specific purpose, but I mean, sure, that works, I guess. If there's a market for it, then there'll be a place, or there'll be something that fills the market.
This expedition at least promises success.
I mean, yeah, Darkest Dungeon isn't really a sexual game. Is more my point. Like, I don't know, is what it is, I guess. But to be fair, Darkest Dungeon can be pretty easily summarized down into just RNG and chances. Taking chances where you need to take chances. Okay, this is an annoying combat here, actually, because we've got 2 stingers here that are both going to be able to paralyze us. Oh, okay, nah, fair. I mean, to be fair, Darkest Dungeon, at least on this difficulty, isn't exactly that difficult. It's more of just know what you're doing, I guess. Up until you get to the Darkest Dungeon bit, in which case that fucking sucks, but don't worry about that. Okay, we're taking a bit of damage. Luckily we resisted the stun. Charge forward and a double dodge, of course they do. Let's go for a heal on our leper. That's fair. I mean, hey, if they're in the game, then it's free reign, I suppose. Okay, and they're going to attempt to stun our healer. Hopefully she resists. She does not. Fair, that makes sense. And now they're going to stun our leper. We're in a bit of a bad position. That's, yeah, a thing. There we go. And we still didn't take him out. Come on, they're both on 1 HP. You're serious? Ah, jeez. Now they're going to attempt to stun our Hellion, who resists both of them. Salty Gouge on our Highwayman, and he slashes back. And, jeez, he's got a lot of things happening right now. And no riposte. Oh boy. Do damage! Come on, guys! Okay, what's their stun resist? 90. Okay, we'll just go for it. There we go. How do you like that, bitch? Also the character. Oh, that's concerning. Yes, Grantesmanil. Very nice. But yeah, that's going to be a bit of a yikes from me. Okay. There we go. That's what I like to see. Now we're getting somewhere.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Oh boy. Okay. And he's stunned. Of course he's...
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
I cry air 10. Oh boy. Well, that was brutal. I suppose so. I don't know. I'm not really too sure what to say about that. I presume Sakurai knows what he's doing. And we'll go for a stun, hopefully. It resisted, of course it did. Okay, now it's going to howl and horror everyone. Get rid of these corpses, and this guy can come right up front. Chop. Chop. As long as we just maintain damage, we should be right. We're in a bad position given the fact that there's only the three of us. Bolbeck is getting tested, and she's vigorous. Okay. Alright, we're getting somewhere. I can be appreciative to this. What do we got? 1 to 2. Yeah, we'll just go for a stun, hopefully. No stun, but that's fine. And I suppose that's fine. Isn't the PS5 coming out soon? Probably. I don't know. I haven't really looked. I'm not really in a rush to get a PS5 just because I figure it's probably going to get cheaper after a little while. So I guess when that time comes, I'll be more inclined to get it. Don't really have the money to be spending on stuff like that just yet. Let's swap out that. Sure. I mean, that's just the nature of things. Whichever system can get put out first is probably going to do better in the long run, I imagine. Okay. And there's a combat here, apparently. Thrall and another insatiable ghoul. Okay, 3 on 3. Let's hope we can make this work. 90, 90, 90 stun resist. 130 base, minus 10, so we got essentially a 30% chance. I mean, that would be good, but I imagine that's probably not going to happen too often. Let's just go for a stun chance on the Thrall, hopefully. Nice 4 damage. Buff everyone's prot and damage. Man, our damage at the moment with our leper is quite solid. I mean, I would appreciate it if they did that, but yeah. Nice. Crit. That's what I like to see. Hell yeah. 3 to 5, 5 to 10. 6 damage, not bad. Rend. Bah. 12 damage. Okay, that's fine as long as we can get a heal in. Brian on the Hellion, crit for 10. Unfortunate, to say the least. 8 healing. Let's go for a stun on you, hopefully. Resist. Unfortunate. 23. Ooh, that's not good. It's the same price as the Switch you'll take it. I mean, yeah, to be fair, that would be pretty good. 4 damage, nice. Because, yeah, I mean, for a new console, as opposed to, well, an older console at this point, but it'd still be good, I imagine. Oh, geez. Our healer is not in the best position. And 10 damage. She's not on death's door yet, but she's getting up there. Chop. 11 damage. Chop. 20. Not bad. Okay, you need to heal yourself immediately. Extra damage, extra prot, extra damage, not bad. Chop. Skull toss on the Vestal. He's really just aiming for our Vestal at the moment, which is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And chop. There we go. Okay, that's fine with me. Now the question is, do we want to dip out, or do we want to keep going? What generation even is the Switch? Because it came out quite shit later after the PS4 and Xbox One released, but it's 3 or 4 years late to those consoles. I mean, I don't think Nintendo really gives a shit about Sony or PlayStation. Nintendo's never really cared about the whole console war thing that's been going on, to my knowledge. At least not since like the Sega and like they did the whole Nintendo 64 thing. Past that, to my knowledge. After, I think the Wii as well was the last one, because I think the Wii was around the time of the PS2. I think after that they were just like, don't really care. We'll just make them come out when they come out, sort of thing. You're craving, so what we can do is if we give you Bloodlust, that's probably a good call. Xbox and PlayStation don't really care about console wars either. Well, it's more the fact that they're always still competing with each other. They've got to release around the same time. That's the whole point of marketing and such. Well, and that's generally also the time that generations happen, right? If there wasn't, the need to try and have a competitive market, then there wouldn't be generations. Generations don't fucking matter. It's what year did it come out. But the fact that there's got to be a competitive market between PlayStation and Sony, which is why the PS2 and the Xbox 360 came out roughly around the same time. The PS1 and the Xbox, the PS3 and the Xbox One, or whatever. Oh, yeah, I mean, even still. But my point is more of, if they didn't have this sort of thing of them releasing at the same time, we wouldn't even have the general concept of generations, right? We don't have a shovel. There's a shovel, I suppose. Because, yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, they have basically free reign and control of the market as it is. Okay, you're craving, so we'll give you that. Because given that Sony and Xbox, or Sony and Microsoft are like the two big head figures when it comes to game console release, apart from Nintendo, of course, they can just do really whatever they want. We're not going to worry about that. Pop a torch, just in case there's combat. Not bad. We might be able to squeeze our way past this if we play it smart. Avoid combat that we don't need to do, that sort of stuff. Okay, and let's bring the leper out front as well. We don't have a thing, so we won't bother trying to disinfect that.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Okay, combat. Of course there's combat. 3-on-3 again. Luckily we can hopefully deal with this if we take out the back two first. Be cool if you didn't help or hurt our teammates.
Set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Okay, we get you healed. Let's just try and take out this big guy straight up. That was a nice crit. I did like that. 14. He's already like almost half health. Spearfishing on the Vestal. Luckily she dodges, and then I presume he's going to do the same. Yep. 8 damage. Brutal. That means we need to self-heal her next. I'm going to go for a Tidal Slam to try and stun. Hopefully she resists. Move resist and stun resist. Very nice. That's what I like to see right there. You're going to self-heal now. Not bad indeed. Spearfishing again. 8 damage. And let's see if they nullify that heal I just did. 11 damage. Yep, they fully nullified it. Fantastic. Crit 22. Not bad, not bad. I do like that. And it dodges. That's unfortunate. Tidal Slam on the leper now. Luckily he dodges. That's good. You need to self-heal again. Crit 28. Okay, fantastic. Now they're going to Spearfish again. 6 damage. And pull her forward. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here. Minimum damage. And then you're going to Spearfish the Hellion. Hopefully bring her forward. Nope. Okay. Tidal Slam on the leper. 6 damage and the stun. Nope, he resists the stun. Very nice. You're going to charge forward now. Nice chunk of damage, and do some damage to the back one as well. Okay, I guess, yeah, sure, move forward, Vestal, whatever floats your goat. Do a nice group heal, an 18 on the Hellion to bring her back up. Spearfishing now on the Hellion. Hopefully that brings her forward. Actually, it doesn't matter either way. Spearfishing again on the Hellion, 11 damage. And Arterial Pinch, 2 damage. Now that bleed is gonna be brutal, but luckily we resist. Very nice. Nice.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic
And charge through. That's those guys taken care of.
sanguination be considered a virtue.
You need to self-heal, or no, rather solo heal the Vestal. Spearfishing now on the Vestal. And now we purge. Very nice. Excellent.
Inspiration and improvement.
Crit 36. And we get a couple of sapphires out of that as well.
Seize
Damn.
this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
We don't have any stuff here, but let's check in here just to see what we get. Another sapphire.
Are often low on supplies.
Now let's call it safe and let's just dip out of
You
this.
will find all manner of great and terrible things in this watery.
It's a shame that we lost Bourgeot as right as he was getting up to level 6 as well. Bummer. That is what it is, I suppose. Okay, well, either way, we did pretty good there, I'd like to think.
The town is alive with wild merriment and desperate jubilation.
Nice. Everything's free, so we throw Reynold in to do his thing. Grant Espanil, just do hers. Bolbeck, you're good. Calmet in here. Mowbray and Bourneville, apparently not in here. What do you got? Shard Mercenary. Okay, well, I don't really care if that locks in. It's not like we can really get rid of that. Enlightened. We'll only meditate. Right, well, what do we got at the moment? Cloister to meditate. We need 15 of the busts. Well, unfortunately, we got rid of the busts. So you're going to have to just chill. Bourneville. Okay. Now, I think it's finally time that we should come in here and do what we've been planning to do for quite a while. Let's finally go and kill this damn Baron. I'll take Boschler, take Linum, Mucident, so they can do their chain or swap between each other. Take you, level 4. Or we could take Bricks. Depends on the stun chance, really. Bricks would actually probably be good. Hookline and Yorp. So we have you, sir, who are going to be able to, or who is going to be able to. You're in front, so could get the knockback and the stun, and pull. And then for you, we'll give you, because yeah, back and back. That feels good to me. What do you got? You got all of that stuff. And you've got all of that stuff. Okay, so now let's come over here. Come in, sort by level. Linum, Bricks, Bochler, and Bondville. Very nice. Linum, can't do anything there. Bricks. Just make sure we've got all of that, just in case. Hoop and bop, and that. Cool. So we are essentially as kitted out as we can possibly be for this combat. Let's go and make sure we're actually giving them a thing here. So number 1, we want you to stay in number 1. So we're going to give you that, and then we are going to give you that. So you're going to do a lot of extra damage, and hopefully that's stress. You'll have a negative 10% to stress anyways. Ascetic, Automatinophobia, and Tone Deaf. Cool. So you... who are we using as a stunner? I mean, realistically, either of them. But probably... That'll go just you, I reckon. So we'll give you that wounding. Wait, no, it's damage, not stun. So in that case, we'll put that there. We'll give you that. And then if you're the damager, we'll give you that. So stun chance is good. Then we'll go Dark Crown, Dismas's Head, Martyr's Seal, why not? Damage at Death Door, so that just basically means he'll be extra spicy when he gets low. Okay, then we come down here, and I suppose we say you get that. It's going to lower your accuracy, but make him all the better. And it just occurred to me we need to fully unequip everything, so we can come in here. Jeez, okay. You take that, take that. Maybe instead of that one, we go that to even it out. Then now you've got Flashbang 110 base. Actually, we'll give you the stun stuff, I reckon, actually. Stun stuff means not giving him that, I guess. Deathblow Resist and Martyr's Seal. So Virtue Chance and all that good sort of stuff. But we should probably not bother giving him that. We should just crank up his damage, melee skills, and he's going to get a slight bit more stress unless we give him that, which should cancel that out. We'll give you that then, and that, and then you, lass. We will come in here and we will give you stun skill chance down. So if you're stunned, then we'll give you that. Then we bring out this guy, or this lass rather, and we go there. Fantastic. That looks good to me. Carrie, what is my opinion on the DLC Crimson Court? I haven't played it much, but we're about to go into a mission for it. It's definitely interesting, but there does become a time, for example, when everything's very infested, where it almost feels like you're only versing Crimson Court enemies to some degree. And of course, I know that it's like a mix, but like it does get to a point where I've gotten 15 of these when realistically I would have expected to only have like 4, and that's just because I just keep coming across that curio that spawns in the stuff. Otherwise, I've been very much enjoying it. I do quite like it. I've always, until I got the DLC, which is relatively recent, I always wanted more different places and more stuff to find and more curios to become familiar with. So I do quite enjoy having that. You do love the additional content, but the game is already hard enough. That's fair. I mean, I don't tend to play on Stygian difficulty. I tend to play the medium difficulty quite a bit, because Stygian feels more as... It's more like, you know, playing the Pokemon equivalent of doing a Nuzlocke sort of thing. It feels like a Darkest Dungeon Nuzlocke. I kind of enjoy there being a certain level of difficulty. It means that you need to properly plan stuff out. And, I mean, it's hard to implement difficulty when it comes to RNG, because you don't want to make things unhittable. And, yeah, it's a whole thing. At the end of the day, I do like the way that they implemented it, where you can just say, oh yeah, I do have this DLC, but I'm not going to enable it for this world, which I'm cool with that, frankly. It means that if you don't want to play it, you don't have to, but it is there if you do want to play it, which I do quite enjoy. But there is the other thing with this Blood, the Crimson Curse, where it kind of feels like it happens too often. Like, I already lost one that had it, like lost a person who had it, but like, I was scrolling through this the other night, and it just felt like I had so many different people who had the Crimson Curse. I've got 3 in my inventory at the moment that have it, for example. It feels like something that should be a lot more rare and more or less difficult to obtain, I would say. But yeah, that's a whole thing. We'll take all of that. Now, going into the courtyard, we do want to grab just a stack of torches, a couple blood. We don't have any wasting heroes in town. Take 2 of them. Take some keys. A couple of bandages. Won't go that many. We'll go 2 of them and 2 of them. And 3 shovels. That feels right to me. Alrighty. So, the other thing I do quite enjoy as well, actually, is the fact that instead of having to relearn the map as you come back in here, it does save the map, which is something I noticed when we came in here before. So, it's more like a proper, like, we're slowly coming back in here every once in a while and trying to find our way through. I do quite like that, as opposed to mission, you go in there, you have difficulty, you have to dip, sort of thing, and there's no way to redo it, sort of stuff. Especially when it comes to losing people and losing an entire party. Being able to, like, reattempt that mission to reclaim all the trinkets that you lost would be very good, in my opinion. Oh boy, we are definitely coming up to the boss now. Okay, that looks like we should be all set, I reckon. We'll pop a torch, because that's accuracy for a battle. The blood flowers we dig, because that gives us loot. And we get a decent amount of crests. I do quite like that. I'm betting there's about to be a trap, knowing the gut feeling that I'm getting. And I'm waiting for it. Nope, looks like we're... Ah, there it is. That's a lot of chevaliers. Oh, damn. Chevaliers, rather. Okay, let's take out this manservant straight up, because he tends to be a bit of a pain to deal with. We can't pull these guys around because they have insane move resist, but stunning this one would be nice. And he resisted the stun, interesting. Thought we had a high enough base that we weren't going to, well, that he was going to get a solid stun. Could just do 5 to 10, 5 to 10. Now we'll go for a stun on this one. Okay, there we go. I was going to be a tad concerned if he didn't get stunned from that. And now we'll go and stun this one, hopefully. Not bad. Okay, so that means he's going to go now. Okay, and now you're going to go. Subterranean Skewer on the Vestal. Okay, that means her turn is going to be healing. Bleed already is going to be unfortunate. Let's just deal out some damage, I reckon. Okay, you need to heal yourself. 13, bringing you back to full. Not bad. Subterranean Skewer now on you. Ooh, 17 damage. Brutal. Plus the bleed. Plus the craving. Prefer if you didn't do that and then also bleed our teammate. But sure, 10 damage. She requires a heal next. And chop. Buried blast. Nice double dodge, I do appreciate that. Okay. We don't have any way to do or to bring them forward or clear these corpses. I should probably have thought about that. But that's fine, we'll work with it. Subterranean Skewer, 9 damage, not bad. Buried Blast. Ooh, stacking up a lot of damage. 16 and 19. Let's do a chop from the back. Not bad indeed, actually, that's quite good damage. Okay, now we come in here. We should probably come and flashbang you, I reckon. There's the stun. Not bad. Okay. Let's come in here and do a big old chop and minimum damage. Fantastic. You can do an Iron Swan and take out the back one. What's your bleeding? 3 a turn, 3 a turn, 13, 13. We'll just heal you then. Then we'll come in and do a nice big chop, bringing him quite low. His stun has gone for the turn. That corpse moves, which is nice. Okay, let's go for a self-heal now and bring you up. Nice crit on yourself, 26. Quite nice indeed. Okay. Prefer you didn't keep chopping our teammate, but sure. 12. Not bad. Okay, you need to just chill the fuck out right now. And eat some food. Feels like we're getting close to the boss, so having a full stomach feels nice up here. You can take that. Blood for treasure.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Take that, and we'll take that. That feels good to me. Nice couple of things like that. Okay, let's see. I presume this is our boss? It is not. And yet further we trudge. Okay, you heal you. Nice big 12 health, very nice. Let's come in here and do a chop. 13, not enough for a takeout, but that's fine. Okay, sure, Iron Swan the back one. That's fine with me, honestly, with the amount of damage that did. Let's just do a nice uppercut and hopefully push that corpse backwards. Yep, very nice. Infallible Servitude. Okay, sure. Activate your guard. The Thirst, you want to try and slurp upon our Vestal. Righto Taito. Subterranean Skewer, 9 damage. Right. Enraging Slight, they're just going to try and target our Hellion by the looks of it. She could do with a heal. Could uppercut. Oh no, that's not going to work unless... could it? Hopefully we get that stun. Nope, it resisted. That's unfortunate. But that works. Nice uppercut like that. Then we come in here and do a nice big chop and hopefully take out this one with our next attack. Go for the heal on our Hellion just to bring her up a bit further. Renewed Appetite. Okay, just sure vomit on her. Why not? Okay. Buried Blast on those two. Brutal damage, but that's fine. We can do a group heal when we get a chance. Let's come in here and Focus Fire Chop and dodge. Unfortunate. We'll go for a chop on you. 1 health remaining. Brutal. There we go. Get out of here. None of that. Group heal. 7 health across the board. Bringing us all back up. That's what I like to see. You're going to now attempt to vomit on that boy, Botler. Brutal, but we resist the blight, which is nice. Okay, now we take this person out. And of course we miss. Every time I say we've got to take someone out, we miss. Okay, you're going to attempt to slurp from our crew here. Okay, 9 to 19. This one, let's go for an uppercut, actually. Go for a stun. The stun procs. Unfortunately, that means that our other crew isn't going to be able to do very much. As much as I could probably take them out, I'm going to take the chance to heal. What is that? I don't remember which one that was. Botula or something. Okay, that corpse is gone though, which is nice. Which means now we can Focus Fire Chop and take care of her. Excellent. Not bad indeed. Nice chunk of cash. Let's take that, I reckon. What do we have now? Another 3 split. Oh jeez, and here I was thinking that we had we'd made our way to the end. I guess not. Onwards we trudge. Okay, here is some blood. There you go. What is that? A resurrection collar. Oh, okay. That looks pretty useful, actually. And a sun ring. Oh boy. Well, let's grab that and we'll grab that. I reckon that's the way to go. A locked gate. Oh, I didn't even see the lock that was there. Oh, okay, so I guess we have to explore a big area, go through the gate, like we did with the previous gate. Oh man, okay, I get it. Everyone's stressing just a tad from this trudging backwards thing. So which way do we go then this time? I suppose upwards is only fitting. Seems like this is going to be a nice big quest though, damn. Okay, let's use the torch to burn that and give some stress relief. Lynam is doing a bit better now, so she can line them up and knock them down. Yet again, we use the torch and we get some loot this time. Nice bunch of stuff. Perhaps let's trade... No, we'll stick with what we've got. At this moment, I'm fine with the situation that we're dealing with. Okay, scout. Which ways can we go? All of them. Fantastic. Oh boy. I guess we'll go this way then. Now we get another one of these. We'll shovel that. You know, I'm just going to stick with what we've got. Our inventory is a tad full. There's a slavering ghoul and a supplicant. Let's probably come in here and go for a stun on the Slavering Ghoul. The Supplicant can't be stunned, which is brutal. So that means that if we come in here, hopefully we do enough damage. Oh, actually, let's mark the Supplicant, so that way our next lad can just come in here and smash this fool. Or we just do a lot of damage like that, that's fine too. Gather the blood on Botler, who dodges. Very nice, very nice. Extra damage on marked. Bada bing! That's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Now we just need to do the same. We mark. You! Time for you to die. Prot down as well, which is nice. Wonder if that prot stacks, or the lack of prot stacks. Okay, we'll go for another stun, hopefully. Yep, there we go. And now we just chop. Bada bing! Hell yeah. Called your bluff, friend. Very nice indeed. Hell yeah. And now we come in here and use our shovel. Now that slot's open. Okay, awesome. Sound of mosquitoes in my ear I don't like. Just very passively. Okay, we've got a curio, and then that leads upwards. We're going to give you some blood. Blood for treasure. And upwards we move. Fantastic. Oh, a fountain. I don't remember what this was. Apparently a stun heal. Or not a stun, a stress heal. Nice. Aha! But you are now craving by the looks of it. Well, luckily enough, I think I know just the place to get you some blood. The entire area that we're in is the answer to that one, if you couldn't tell. Okay, so this seems to lead upwards. Okay, couple of combats, that's fine. With some courtesans and some supplicants. That's something we can deal with. Nice old stun on this lass. Congratulations, you've been stunned. You're going to now attempt to slurp from our Vestal. Right, what is the play here? Take her out? Nope, apparently not enough damage. Fantastic. Go for a stun then, and a dodge. Unfortunate. Gather the blood. Okay. Stun across the... or stun recovery. Go for another stun that misses. Fantastic. Predigestion on bricks. We should probably take out these supplicants at the moment. 7 to 15, 7 to 15. Sure, 10 damage. We'll just take him out. The Thirst. Attempt to slurp again from our Vestal, and you're going to recover a lot of health. Okay, that's annoying. Expose the Vein. Okay, that's a new attack. Fair enough. Interesting. Expose the Vein is a mark as well, which luckily we dodged. We'll go for this one, and apparently not enough to kill either. Brutal indeed. Well, we'll go for this one. A Judgment for a self-heal. Very nice. 7. How do you like it? Self-heal and bloody pains in my ass. Okay, we'll go for an uppercut now. 11 damage. Predigestion on you. Okay, cool. The Thirst! The Thirst! Righto, bruh. Just chill. You'll be right. You don't need to worry too much. Okay, we'll do another Judgment. Not enough damage to take him out, but that's fine. Our Courtesan is in the back, and she's going to attack our Hellion. Unfortunately taking the attack, but she becomes a marked. That's fine. And she brings herself forward for us to then follow up with, and fail to follow up with, apparently. Great. Come hither. Get over here. Critted with the hook, which means that no corpse is made, which is what I like to see. Now we come in here and go for a chop, and I should have gone for a mark instead. Apparently, go for a stun now. Hopefully that actually procs. It does. Very nice indeed. Now we just chop and crit. Fantastic. That's what I like to see indeed. And nice chunk of food. Boop, bop. Let's take the money instead of the bleedstone. I'm not really too in the mood for a bleedstone. I suppose we've got one of these, which we can use with you to burn all of that away. Quite nice. What I like to see indeed. Into the room. I believe it's empty by the looks of it. And onwards we move. Combat straight up. A large corpse eater. One-eyed, one horned flying large corpse eater. Okay, let's go for a stun on you, hopefully. Nice, nice. Immediately off the bat we get that. 7 to 15. Yeah, we'll have to do that just to take out this back one. 6 damage. Very nice. And we get that self-heal in. You want to stun resist or stun wear off. Now you're going to pre-digest bricks and move forward. Well, that's convenient for us because we can now just come in here and just chop, crit, remove any chance of a corpse, which is nice. I've come to collect. Fantastic. What's that? Stun base 130. We'll go for this one. Just a nice solid 16 damage. Then we'll mark you. You there! Very nice. Marked and prot down. We'll go for 130 base, minus 10. 120 base, yeah, that's not going to do much. We'll just come in here and heal bricks, I reckon. Get him back to a nice solid position. We're going to attempt to weaken Lineham, which is fair because that was the move set you did prior in the last time we came across one of these things, and it proceeded to then immediately decimate us. But we ain't going to let that happen because we know what this thing does, and we ain't about that, frankly. And now we pop a torch. A Heartburst Hood, speed if HP is low. Okay, that feels like it's going to be useful for a Flagellant. I want to gear up and know what the Flagellant uses before I get him anything. Okay, onwards we move, and now we've got combat. Okay, let's get right into it then. Okay, the Courtesan I would like to take out soon, as soon as possible. To be fair, I want to take them all out as soon as possible. That's sort of like how that goes. Go for a nice stretch. Okay, what do we got? Okay, Bloodsucker, we could take that out. Or I guess we can't because we'll miss. Fantastic. Let's go for a stun on the Manservant then, because that Manservant is one who starts giving people protection, and I don't like that. Can we take him out in one shot, please? That would be nice. Midnight Minuet. Is that a buff? Shuffle and buff. A buffle. Okay. There we go. Nice crit from the Hellion. Finally following through. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Subterranean Skewer. We need to stun the Chevalier as soon as possible. Okay. We could come in here and mark the Chevalier, or we can just come in here and do damage, and apparently we'll just not do damage because we miss. Fantastic. Great. Uppercut. Get out of here. And push him to the back. Excellent. Now we come in here and do a nice big chop, 16 damage, and let's follow through on that and finish it off with a Judgment. Now you're going to Buried Blast. Nice double dodge from the ladies here. That's what I like to see. Now we come in here and chop, 10 damage, not bad. Follow through with a 16. A powerful blow. Calls your bluff, friend. And now we come in here and follow through. Excellent. And take all of those bits and pieces. And apparently that is the end of that area. Go figure. I suppose now we'll head up north then. Right. This is a big map, I gotta say. I don't know if this is fully randomly generated or what the deal is with that, but GG to whoever made this map. It's quite sprawling. Okay, we've got 2 Craving and 1 who's just affected or afflicted by it. Okay. Nothing that we can't handle, I would say. That negative 10% virtue chance is brutal. There's the wasting. Okay. So we need to get some blood soon, hopefully. Because if we get blood, then that means we can deal with that. Craving. Oh boy. I don't believe he starts taking damage though, which is nice. Because I do believe we've dealt with this before. Some of these don't have a shovel, so we'll just find treasure apparently. Not bad. Bits and pieces. Trinkets and baubles, as you will. Or if you were. That's not the phrase either. I don't remember. Don't worry about it. It'll be right. Okay. Let's go for an Iron Swan and do a lot of damage as soon as possible. Follow through with a Judgment. Take her out. Better to just get rid of that person altogether. Bring you forward. Get over here. And Mark as well. Which means then we can follow through and finish her off. Jeez, who... Apparently I'm just efficient now. I don't really know. It's just what we're doing. Pre-digestion on bricks, 2 damage and blight, perhaps. Yep, there's the blight. 3 a turn. Nothing we can't handle with a nice solid heal.
Compassion is a rarity in the fever.
Okay, and now we come in here, and we'll come in for a mark on the back one, which is the one that these two will take out. We'll come in a front attack on the first supplicant. Now, your turn now, lad. 19, take him out. Who would have figured that using the characters for what they're meant to be used for would have been so efficient? Not me, apparently. Not me. Alright, you're wasting as well. Oh boy. That's unfortunate. Give a heal to you. And now you're just going to pass. Okay, sure. At least we'll follow through with a crit. That's what I like to see. Masterfully executed. Ooh, love me one of them.
So too will resistance.
Gotta say, that's a nice setup at the moment. Bleed resist. Let's maybe pop some of these. And let's take them. The sapphires would be nice to take as well, but money is not really the biggest stress for me at the moment. Okay, where are we going? A trident, apparently. Not sure how I feel about this one. Nice trap, but luckily we dodge. Those two are not having a good situation. You, individual, we just pass through, that's fine, because we don't have any blood to give. Luckily we can eat some food and get everyone back feeling a bit better. Do we have combat is the question. No. We just have one of these, which we'll shuffle through and find nothing in, apparently. But we do scout. Oh, interesting. No shovel. Okay. Unfortunate, so maybe we'll head through this way and see if we can find a shovel before we head up. Though I suppose actually it's not like it matters, really. We're very low on stress. We're very high on health. It'll be right. I'll still do the other way anyways, just to make sure, but it's nothing to stress about too much. Okay, there's one of these. Sure, just go ahead and use it. Not like I have a say in this matter or anything. Corpse Eaters and Courtesan once again. Okay, what's the play? We could come in here and just brutalize him. That sounds good to me. Brutalize you. Hey, that's pretty good. We'll come in here and now go for a stun on you. Apparently we're just good now. Who would have known? I'm fine with this though. And we'll come through. Do not enough damage to take him out, but that's fine. The stun wears off. Now they're going to go Careless Whispers. Okay, fair. Horror. Becky did what in the public bathroom? I can't believe it. Oh no. That's fine. We'll take the torch and move on forward. It feels weird. I still have the... Sir, do you mind? I still have the habits of having relatively longer hair. So, like, it feels like I've got, like, hair brushing across my ear through my headphones. And I'm like, try and fix that. Oh, wait, I don't have hair anymore. Okay, nothing there, apparently. I suppose let's head up through this obstacle. Of course, we didn't get a shovel. That's fine, though. I don't mind. I would like to get some blood sometime soon, just to keep these two from wasting away. Because apparently blood is something that you need to have. I mean, obviously, but... okay, what do we got? Damned Fountain. I should probably bring up my my thing here. Curios. Okay, not just the definition of curio. I want that curio. Cool. Now scroll all the way down. Okay. Now we are looking for the damned fountain. Holy water or torch. We'll come in here. Oh, we don't have holy water. Okay. Excellent. Luckily we resisted the bleed. That's fine with me. The mist. Oh. Okay. Apparently there's different kinds of obstacles now. Sure. And there's another key. Huh. Fascinating. I would like a way to be able to turn around. Because apparently we don't have that. I think I have to sit back enough so that the light doesn't, make me a ghost. Like back here, I'm like well lit. You can see I've got colour in my cheeks, not a ghost, as I said. But, as I get close, it's not the best, so I should probably stop doing that. Maybe I'll roll forward. That way I can anchor my feet on the couch that I've got across from me.
Survival is a tenuous proposition in this sprawling tomb.
Excuse me? Really? So that's what we're doing now, is it? Fantastic.
A setback, but not the end of things.
Well, that's a kick in the nuts. Okay, speed that along, please. Oh, geez. So we just lost Boatler because he just got too hungry, apparently. And here I was being like, nah, he won't die.
See something long absent in the sunken faces of passers-by. A glimmer of hope.
Man. Tell you what, that's a bit of a kick in the nuts. Look at this entire crew of level 6s, all with the Crimson Curse. Mowbray. I mean, these guys were all doing pretty solid. How do you get... I don't really know how you would go about getting blood. Not like we can really do anything here. Right. Okay. Take that one then. Oh, man. Really didn't expect that. Alright, Vivers. Let's go. Let's also probably gear up Vivers, I imagine. Virtue chance up. Don't suppose we have a stun chance up. Oh, we do. Alright. Yep, embark. Quickly check that. Bada bing. Okay. Don't really know what else we can do. What do we do here? Like, what is there to do? We're like running out of blood. Hang on. Darkest dungeon. Blood. I suppose if we succeed, hopefully we're good. Really not happy with the situation right now. Okay. Jeez. Right, yeah, so we need to have success here, otherwise we're screwed. And there's a fair chance, given that we have two people who are wasting, that we might be screwed regardless. Okay, onwards we go, I guess. Oh boy. The hooded shrew. There's nothing we can do here, is there? Thanks. Okay, we're back to this thing. Let's hope for some luck. Nope, we're bleeding now. Fantastic. Oh boy. Okay. Let's hope we get lucky. Please don't just have people randomly die. Okay. A corpse eater. Nice insta-kill on that. Go for a stunning... Well, no, we can't. Just have to go for a chop and a crit. Very nice. Vivis is coming out here in force. Stun now on you, hopefully. Nope, resist. And chop. And kill. Nice.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, into another combat immediately. And 3 sycophants and a courtesan. Right. Maddening wine. They're just going to stress up Vivers by the looks of it. Now they're going to slip from Vivers. Hopefully not giving him the Crimson Curse, because if he gets it then we're going to be screwed. And Midnight, Midway. Buff and Shuffle. The Thirst. Okay. Let's bring you forward, please. Or not, but marked regardless. Jeez. I'm not liking this at the moment. 5 to 9, 8 to 15. And they dodge. Are you kidding me? Iron Swan. There we go. At least we take care of that one.
Maintain the offensive.
The Thirst. And a crit on the self-heal. Because all my highest level people have the Crimson Curse. So if we don't play this smart, we're going to be screwed. Zealous Accusation, we take out the front one. Okay. And now we chop you and crit, very nice. Decimated. And go for a stun with our Vestal. Hopefully we get the stun off. Nope, we didn't. The Thirst, luckily we dodge. Okay, let's finish this thing off.
Survival is a tenuous proposition in this sprawling tomb.
Well, that's our only healer for this level. We don't have anything we can do about this.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Cool, great, fantastic, excellent, brilliant. Ah, jeez. Maddening wine. The Thirst. Oh boy, and now you've got the Crimson Curse, 2 bricks. I'll respond to that in a moment. Gather the blood. Sure, we'll just go for a chop on you. Hopefully we can use Vivers to do a nice double kill. We're going to slurp upon bricks now. Okay, I guess we aren't doing that double kill. Oh, never mind, we still might be able to. Chop you. Guess we don't need to use bricks, we can just... not bricks, Vivers. Gather the blood. 4 damage. Chop you. Okay. Okay, there's some blood for you. Okay, we don't have any self-heal on you. What about you? You don't have self-heal either. Neither do you. Okay. Crap. Oh, man. What do we got? 70, 70, 90. Yeah, you can handle that. Nice de-stress. Lucky. Oh, jeez, man. Thronging Hive. I mean, I suppose we have a lot of food. That's at least a benefit. Take them. Okay. And upwards we go. Oh, I see there's this entire thing going on. That is a completely symmetrical situation. And more manservants, courtesans, and a chevalier. We're going to attempt to thirst upon Vivers and enraging slight upon the Hellion. Oh, man. Chop and dodge. Great, fantastic. Damsel in distress. Great. Mark. 10 damage. We just need to take out that Chevalier as soon as possible. Yeah, sure, we'll stun you. Nope, and resist. Because if he gets stunned, then she's no longer protected. Luckily, we dodged that. Infallible Servitude. Enraging Slight now upon our Hellion, who luckily dodges. And chop and crit. Hell yeah, out of here. None of that. Chop and taken out immediately. Very nice. Okay, now we come in here and we go for a stun, hopefully. Nice, nice. Now you're going to Buried Blast our front two. 7 and 5. Brutal. Stun wears off. Come in here and chop. Get rid of him. And we have to get rid of the corpse. Nothing else we can do. You're going to now Subterranean Skewer bricks. 8 damage, brutal, and bleed. We need to deal with that bleed as soon as possible. Hopefully we get the stun. There we go. Okay. Use the bandage. And then we come in here and... Oh, I'd used the wrong attack as well. That's fine. It didn't hit regardless. That crit is nice. Okay.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Okay. Luckily no one's wasting here. Nothing. Go figure. Okay, so we're going to head all the way down to the bottom. Oh jeez, it's going to take us a little bit of stress. In the meantime, let me quickly respond to that. Horse. Confused. Not your horses. But hey, whatever works. It was still pretty good. Just discussing BW100's new Hermitcraft video. He spent most of the time just going through and looking at his horses and such, but I mean, it's still a somewhat interesting video. Good for background audio. To be fair, that's what most of my stuff is at this point. Just background audio. Though I suppose I try and also make the content of which I would personally enjoy. So just having something on in the background. Hence is why I generally go for the commentating, like this person hits this thing hits this thing style of commentation. Because my life isn't exactly that interesting that anyone needs to be filled in on it, and usually it's one of those sort of situations where it's like, I'll just say what's happening in game because frankly what's happening in game is what you're here for, so it's chill. Not too stressed either way. As much as everything at the moment in game is going a bit south. Now, he's craving, go figure. We need to play this smart because there's a fair chance everyone at our base could die if we're not careful. And now you're craving, fantastic. And now you've got bleed. I'll just let you sit through that one at the moment, it's not doing the most damage. Okay, what are we looking at? Directly downwards, that's fine. We'll use the shovel. And more of them. Okay. Downwards we go. It's essentially just a big old trident situation going on. Anything for us? Okay, you're getting stressed. Okay. An esquire and a courtesan. The thirst. Attempt to slurp. And self-heal. Brutal. Okay. Come in here and just chop and dodge. Go figure. The thirst. 9 to 19. Yeah, let's just try and take out this one. Predigestion. Oh man. Just damage across the board. Even though they can probably heal, so I should probably focus. Thirst again. Brix's resolve is being tested, and he is fearful.
Fear and frailty finally claim their due.
Okay, at least we crit. That's fair. And we get critted. And blighted. Now she's about to be tested. What do we got? Fearful. I'll tell you what. Depending on how this goes, I might have to call this the end of this run. As much as I hate to do so. As in, like, the end of this entire series. If this goes badly. Because I really don't want to have to lose so many people. I mean, I suppose we'll see, but... At the moment, this is feeling like a real kick in the nuts.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, what do we got? More stuff. Maddening wine. Our health is starting to slowly, and I say slowly, it's getting quickly into a bad position. Go for a chop and it doesn't kill him. Iron Swan on that mosquito. Luckily it takes out that. A supplicant. Oh no, that's not the supplicant, that's the other one. I remember. Oh well, that brings him forward. Great. Damsel in distress. Oh boy. And you don't have your charge either, do you? Oh boy. Breakthrough. We just need to do some damage. Six damage minimum. Go figure. You're gonna thirst upon him. Midnight Minuet. And now you're gonna swap. Sure, I guess have some stress then. Why not? Predigestion. Okay, we need to have it a charge. Gibbering Entourage. Okay, sure, mark all of them, why not? Fantastic. Plus 50% prot. Bro. This is not good. 3 to 7, and it dodges. Great, great, cool, good, fantastic, cool.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
What are you doing? Charge. Okay, he's gone. Careless Whispers. Stressing everyone out.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
And go. Okay. Blood.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Okay. So I don't really want to have to end this if I don't have to. Like, end the run. So if we can play this smart, then that would be ideal. What do we got now? Okay. Down here then, I guess. Shovel. Nothing worth taking, great. And more combat, okay. Let's... I can almost guarantee we're going to lose this, straight up. Enraging Slight on the Hellion. My runny nose is starting to play up. Sure, pass, why not? Fantastic, great. Take out you, very good. A devastating blow. Buried Blast on those two. 7 and 8. Oh man. Infallible Servitude. Guard and buff. And Infallible Servitude, great. So you can't be guarded and buffed at the same time. Sure, we'll go for a double stun, hopefully. Nice. Ain't about that. And now we come in here to just smack some damage down. And bah. Subterranean UNL on Vivers. 9 damage. Brutal. Okay, what do we got? Stun on the back one? Sure, why not? We'll give it a try. And there's the stun. Very nice. Now we come in here and go for a chop and a miss. Fantastic. Now you come in here and crit. Very nice. That brings him forward. Excellent. Now there, he's right now area of attacking. Chop. 5 damage minimum. Great. Chop. 13 crit at least. That's nice. Now Vivers, it's up to you. Or it's not, I guess. You're not up yet. 8 damage. Brutal. And now you're bleeding. Great. Let's use one of the bandages. Take him out. There we go. Nice. I judge thee guilty. Nice. Got some blood. We've got some blood right there. Some blood. Not being able to speech. Cool. What do we got in the lockbox? A key. The blue key. I think I remember which one the blue one was. What do we want to get rid of? Bandages, I guess. Because I think the blue one was all the way up here. Do we want to go for these side rooms? I think we do, honestly. We're in a bit of a bad position, but it's better to do them while we're here than to not do them and get messed up. Okay, over this way then, I guess. Nice old one of these. A book of relaxation and rubies. Right, there goes our healing. Probably shouldn't have done that, all things considered, but I'd much prefer the money, because we're going to have to probably get out of here soon. Okay, this looks like something we can deal with if we play it smart. And if they don't pass on us. Great. Luckily we dodge. Okay. Wasting. Ah, jeez, come on. We have to use the blood. We have to, unfortunately. Collect bounty, 10 damage. 4 to 7, 6 to 12, guarantee take him out. Careless Whispers, that's going to stress them. Or give them horror, rather. Damsel in distress. So she's guarding her other female courtesan. I don't remember their names. Can you have your goddamn turn? Jeez. Nice big 14 damage though, because it's self-marked. Or that one marked it, rather. The Thirst. Okay, you want to put yourself in the line of fire? Sure. Congratulations. You're about to take it to the face. Careless Whispers, luckily get a dodge from the Hellion. The Horror's stacking up. The Thirst now on the Hellion. Okay, a chop and a miss. Great. Bombing run on the Hellion. Luckily she dodges. Hey Hellion, do you want to actually have your turn? Oh, you do? Really? Is that so? Fucking finally, but minimum damage. Go figure. Chop and miss. Come on, guys. Really? Damsel in distress. Gonna give a plus 70% prot. Really? Jeez. Guys! Come on! There's the bleed. We don't have any bandages. Yeah, we're gonna have to retreat here after this. So whoever goes down, I guess. There's not really much we can do about it. Luckily we dodge. I don't think this is enough to end a run, but I suppose we'll see. Vivers? Yes! Finally, something good.
Hunger is power. Unleash it.
And now you're wasting too. Come on. Take her out. Be gone. Now you're going to try and attempt to slurp from Brix, who luckily dodges. Now we're going to go for a chop and just gone. Wiped. Okay, now you, sycophant. You're going to attempt to slurp from our Hellion, and luckily she dodges. And now she's on death's door.
From becoming unwound.
Dodge. I'm going to lower my light so I can lean forward a bit. There we go.
Well struck.
My pure focus. Luckily we get blood.
This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, we need to get out of here. We have to.
A setback, but not the end of things.
God-fearing. Okay. Oh boy. Who do we lose? What level 6 did we lose?
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All
We didn't
will
lose
find their
anyone.
way to us now that the road is clear.
Grand Tesmanil lost 1,000 gold. Wow. Okay. Well, all things considered, could have been worse. We don't have any healers though, is the issue. I mean, we got a bunch of these guys. All very low level, it seems. Sure, we'll get one of them. Why not? Sanitarium. No level of contagion yet. Vivers. We can take Vivers in again, I reckon. Give you there. Boop, bop, bam, pow. Got a decent battle heal now. We just need to make sure that everyone we take is competent in healing themselves. Forno. Moosident. Yeah, we'll take Moosident, why not? Actually, what does she have? Syphilis and tetanus. Not good, really. Actually, Forno. Purge, and we need Solemnity. We just need a group that can self-heal, honestly. Cure Blight and Bleed, but that's not a heal, though, is the issue. Bucci. Heal. Could take Bucci and Adney. I guess that's kind of what we have to do, isn't it? Jeez. Blight skill chance, so we take Mark. I guess we have to come over here then. Is this really what we're going for, I guess? Jeez. Go figure. Oh man, okay. What do we have in here? Unequip all trinkets. Sort by rarity. Okay, I don't use a flagellant, so we'll get rid of that. Medic's boots, get rid of them. Heartburst hood. The quick draw charm we get rid of. Oh man. Okay, we're in a bit of a tough position. Okay. But I think we're in the best position we could possibly be in at the moment. What episode were we up to? I don't actually remember. So, I suppose, I tell you what, I want to keep playing because I'm tense, but we need to win. We need to get through this. So, thank you for coming out. We're going to continue to stream this, but I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Thank you for watching. As always, if you've made it out for a minute, a moment, the entire stream, I appreciate it all the same. Don't think there's really anything else I can particularly say. I might need to quickly go on a quick intermission, chill out for a moment, grab a drink. But thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. I appreciate it as always. You can find us here at twitch.tv/JetAx100. Come join into the chat. I'll tell you what, any messages you send, well, I'm definitely going to see them, so feel free to do so. So, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. That's going to be me, for now at least. Thank you, and goodbye.